Hi, I'm Rico Pena. I am the Director of Sales Effectiveness for the Brooks Group. I come from a military background, Marine Corps. And early on in my career, I recognized very quickly that success in any mission is really determined by your team. And the Brooks Group team makes my life so much easier. It allows what we do become simpler. And working with an exceptional team in the facilitators department for the Brooks Group is one of the joys of being a facilitator here. What do I do to inspire the participants in my group? I always look for ways for them to see their own abilities, their own skill. I'm really passionate about showing others that you can always have something that you can make a small adjustment, such as a professional athlete or Olympic athlete. They're always looking to improve. And what I really like about the impact process is that it's not a cookie cutter. It allows you to see, here's what you can take it a step higher. So I always use activities or stories or things that they have to do themselves to notice, wow, not only can I do this, but having the confidence to go out there and apply it effectively. Understanding behavior is like learning a foreign language. For example, would you all agree that we hear differently, think differently, decide differently, right? Speak even differently. If you take someone from California speaking English to, say, New York, they're speaking the same language, but sometimes don't even understand each other. Would you all agree with that? How many of you here tend to be a little bit more fast-paced? You think fast, decide fast, move fast. Can I see your hands? Okay, perfect. How many of you tend to be a little bit more on the opposite side? You think things through, you don't decide too quickly. You want to make sure everything's in place before you make a decision. Can I see your hands, please? Okay, for those of you who have not raised your hand, I hate to tell you, you're in that reserve side because you're still thinking through if I should raise my hand or not, right? People in the back, you probably noticed this. Fast pace? Yeah, okay, what's next? Reserve, we're going, right? So now imagine it in conversation. Now there's two ways to communicate with any human being on the planet. The first is pace. That's the speed, right? And tonality, high or low, that you use, right? Fast pace, more reserved. Now the other, I said there's two, right? The other is priority. This is when people start to decide what you have to say has value or not, okay? So what I want to teach you is, what are you observing and how do you adapt to what you're observing? A personality is played by an actor, a character. So that's why some people say, well, I'm just this. And if you don't react to what you observe, you may get it wrong, okay? So I want to show you about observable behavior. My C's will tell you they're the smartest people in the room. And 99.9% of the time, they're absolutely correct. They're my controlling group. They're the ones that keep you out of jail because they read the fine prints. You know how we all did our downloads for our phones for updates? Anyone here read them? They have. They'll tell you exactly what's in it. The fuel for C's: process, procedure, and independent research. The blind spot, because they're so logical and focused on facts, they tend to appear cold. Even though that's not the case, that's the appearance. When this group left home, parents were excited. They got control of their house again. This group, when they left home, everyone was sad. There was no fun, no parties. This group is still with their parents, making sure they're taken care of. And this group bought their parents' home and is leasing it back to them for a tax break. One of the things I like to really focus on, what I'm passionate about in inspiring my participants, is making sure that everyone leaves with something that they can use immediately. I'm always looking for, how do I give every participant an edge, an insight, a piece of knowledge that when they go out there into the real world, their confidence is not only higher, but they have a skill set that can separate them from the competition. If anyone can leave with, I didn't know I could do that, or that was something I didn't know that improved my ability to do my job, then we've done ours.